When I was young, I just always was interested. I remember when I was a young kid delivering newspapers, I was fascinated with the fall of communism in Eastern Europe and tracking all the upheavals that was going on in Poland and Germany, obviously, with the wall coming down. And Romania, my family has a branch of our background that comes from Romania. And when Ceausescu was assassinated by his own guards, that was what really piqued my interest. How could that happen? Could that happen here? And I remember talking with my parents and them explaining all the great things we have in Canada that allow us to choose our own governments. We don't have to have this type of violence to replace people who aren't doing what the people want them to do. That's what led me to learn more, to ask a lot of questions about policy. And when I was a teenager, I got involved, started volunteering on local campaigns, and one thing led to another. Great people in political movements, and always stuck with it. The part I like best about campaigns would definitely be door knocking. A bit more personal than being on the phones, and you get a bit more interaction with people. I like just having that 30-second opportunity to pitch a voter on why our party, why our candidate is the best, and sometimes answer some completely unexpected questions. You get a little bit more interaction. But the other aspect about campaigns that I think is what makes politics so special is whatever you've been doing throughout the day, coming back to the campaign office in the evening, sitting around, having that slice of pizza with all the other volunteers, maybe having a little bit of time to chat with people who've been out on the doors, out on the phones, talk about what they're hearing. Just that social aspect, that kind of networking that gets everyone feeling that they're part of something special. That's the part about campaigns I like the best. Arriving in a town or a city. I think it was one time we were out on the East Coast. We had one day, I think it was in New Brunswick, one day quick stop and then on to the next thing. I arrived, but my bags didn't, so I had to piece together enough clothes to look presentable and head down to Shoppers Drug Mart to buy some socks, just so you're not wearing the same ones as the night before. Anytime you're dealing with lost baggage or missed baggage, it throws you for a loop the next day, because your headspace is all off because you're worried about whether you have to run by a toothbrush or whether or not the front desk has one for you, and that type of stuff it's a terrible start to the day. There's some people that definitely inspired me. I really like the way certain politicians did things, and so Ralph Klein in Alberta just had this real common touch that he was able to take some. Sometimes a lot of political issues are discussed in a way that sounds a little bit philosophical or esoteric, and he had this great way of just finding that sentence that just brought it right back home to how it affected people, and I always liked that. Jason Kenney did a lot for our movement and brought a real principled passion to his role, and it was great to work with him. So those are definitely two. Margaret Thatcher, when I was young, learning about politics and things going on in Europe, Margaret Thatcher was really inspiring as a person, trailblazer, first female prime minister in the history of the United Kingdom, and all that comes with that. And, seeing through her policies, knowing that at times they were unpopular, but knowing that they would work for Britain, seeing them through, implementing them, and now her legacy 20, 30 years later is still intact. No one's undone the things that she did, because they were right.